guys, Todd here. Excuse me, I've just been doing the garden and I thought I would pop in here and I would show you something. And I'm just taking it out of the box. Well, here it is in a box, and here's one I made earlier. This is the Innokin iTaste 134 MX-Z, or also known as the Zodiac. I don't know if anybody's got this in stock yet, but it is coming along very, very soon. They were kind enough to send me on a couple, 3 actually, sent me on 3 to show you. So we've got the black one, and we should have in this box, which is oh so much nicer, the silver one. Now these are constellations, you know, stars that you can see inside the tube. I'll show you in the close-ups. This is a strange bloody thing. It really is. It's just nuts. It's a 134. 134s have been nuts since the first one came out, and this one follows suit. The only difference is this is a mechanical mod. Yes, you heard me, a mechanical mod. Unlock it here. 18650. Bottom firer. Oh, out of focus there. Bottom firer. We've got a locking ring at the top, which is just nuts. It's possibly one of the most annoying features I've ever seen in a mod in my life. That's it with the silo from Beyond Vape on top. I believe these are going to be, I'm looking at a couple of sites, and I think it's going to be about £60–70 mark, round about there. I'm not 100% sure, but I think without any further ado we shall just get on with this and show you what's in the box. Now that you're all used to this by now, here we have the big Innokin box. You can see how to get into it. Back to front for me here, and oh, yes, it's upside down. I am such a knob. Try that again. Can I taste box? And there we go. Right, we'll take this out and show you what you get. So here we have the mod, the iTaste 134. We're just going to call it the Zodiac from now on. Zodiac comes from, see all the star constellations. Are they actually engraved? I think they're heavily engraved. They're actually engraved into the tube. So we also have this black ring going on at the top, and this is in fact your locking mechanism. What you do is you pick your star sign, or you work out what your star sign is, and then you do a little bit of tweaking inside here, and that means that, say, here's, find my own, that's it, that's my star sign. So I set it up so that only this in that position will mean it will fire. If it's there, it won't. If it's there, it won't. It will only fire on my star sign. Works out at 99.7 millimeters top to bottom, and the diameter up the top cap is about 22.6 mil. I will point out that you get a really nice little manual here that's going to cover you on everything and tell you how to set this up. I'll go through it with you, which will hopefully help. You also get a little bag of spares here as well, which I might be wrong, but I don't think I've seen with an Innokin. But then again, it's a mechanical, so hey, kudos to them for that. Firing button is here, okay, and to fit your battery you just undo your contact here, and we've got now I don't know if this is plated silver or silver plated contact. I'm not sure what it is. What I can tell you is that there is plenty of air going to escape from here through these holes here, and then out the holes round about the switch at the bottom. You've got the Innokin logo going on here. We'll have a quick sneak peek inside the switch. which isn't easy because it's quite tight and you've got to push this button down at the same time. So I'll just unscrew that. There we go. This looks like it's all gold plated, or goldish plated. A nice wee spring in there. See the slots for the airflow there. It's good to see. It's not a bad resistance actually. I do actually quite enjoy using this. It's quirky as hell, it has to be said, but I'm just curious about this. I honestly don't know what this is. I mean, I'm trying scratching it up. See, I'm trying to scratch it up here, but it's either really thick silver plating, or it's just, and the way it feels, it almost feels like a bit of aluminium. I just think it would be strange for them to have all this gold plating going on here, if it is indeed gold plating, and then just have a plain stainless steel button here. So I am making an assumption here that that is going to be silver plated. I see right up the tube there. Now the way this works for battery spacing is you pop your battery in at nipple first, and when you screw this on, basically I can screw that up tight as I want. There's no rattle. But if I've got slightly bigger batteries, you know, you can actually just back it off a little bit and it'll give you that kind of look. Which honestly, it's not that offensive, to be perfectly honest. Got the typical 134 bars going on here, the old Gatling gun look, and then we get to the top. Right, 510 connection in there, which, whilst it has a screw slot on it there, it just seems to spin about and not actually do much of anything. So we unscrew this top cap here, okay? We then have this arrangement, which we'll come back to, and there's also a washer type thing here. This comes off, and then we have this set up here. We'll come back to that as well. So the manual does state that this ring here, in fact all the parts you can see, the ball bearings and so on, you know, they may get worn over time. So we're just going to stick a screwdriver in here, and we should be able to take out this little screw. I think I'm going to be able to get underneath that and pry this up. Yep, there she goes. That's the one. Right, so we can get this ring off. Thank God for that. It's the only thing I don't really like is that it's sealed at the top, so it kind of means that if I wanted to use a kick, I'm kind of stuffed. And I like using a kick in a mechanical mod, but I'm not going to do it with this one. So let's just get this back together. So I'll push this down. And you've got two ball bearings there. When you take this to bits, you've got to be oh so careful, because you know, there's your spring, but those ball bearings, they do and can pop out, so be very careful with that. I'm just going to pop that on there like so. You see how the locking mechanism's working? See, it's just popping up and down that spring there as I turn it round. What you want to do is line this guy, the guy that's popping up and round. See, there's a tiny little, at the bottom of this 510 threading, there's a little bit sticking out. Well, you need to get that lined up with that. Okay? Just line that up with there. You then take your ring, work out your star sign, it's all listed in the book, okay? And I'm going to take my star sign, which is around here somewhere. There we go, Leo. And I'm going to line that up with this. So because I've got the symbol here, there's my Leo gone, I've got my Leo lined up with that little ball bearing there. Remember, I'm on top of the golden bit, the golden spring. So that's me lined up. Just hold that down like so, and take my top cap and screw it on. So this now means that the mod will only fire when I'm on that symbol. So if I turn it anywhere else, it just will not fire. But if I turn it round to my symbol, Leo, then it will fire. And all the symbols are in the manual, so you can work out your own star sign. Now when you read the manual, it talks about a unique sprung loaded 510 centre pin going on. The two that I have here, and I've tried, I don't see them as being unique or sprung loaded at all. I'll be honest, they seem, the pin, you see the 4 screws there and you've got the pin in the middle. Well, that pin, if you over tighten the battery, can push that up. So I've found that I've had, and do you know what, like as always, I'm just going off the 2 devices that I have here. I found that I have to be careful. What I try to do is just screw the atomizer on first and then do the battery up. I mean, right now, yeah, that's firing fine. It's my one biggest issue with this is, you know, I've got a slotted head there on the screw. I can't screw it to adjust up or down. It just seems to, it's almost like a floating pin, but in order to get that pin to come up, you know, for when you put your next ATI on, you have to almost like screw the battery on really tight, get that pin to come up, and then back it off. As for running stuff on it, you know, I've not really having any issues as such running anything on it. And there's, get my locky system sorted. I mean, that's a 0.7 ohm build on there, and it's firing it no problem at all. If I didn't know about Innokin, and I didn't know about the 134 and all that kind of stuff, and I just walked into a shop and saw this and saw the locking ring, and I'm going on my personal tastes here, I wouldn't touch this in a million years. I think it is just daft. It's just daft. But then that's what the 134 is all about. They are just daft. It's just, I've said this so many times, I mean, it's like a boutique type mod, you know, it's like somebody just cooked this up and said, hey, let's make something crazy. And they did, they made something crazy. And part of me admires them for that, for having the balls to go and just make something that just flies in the face of convention, you know, it's just daft. Actually vaping with it, it's not bad at all. The locking mechanism, I usually just click it once left or once right. And it is, do you know, if that was just an on-off, just had an on-off position, this is actually really nice to, you know, vaping away with and just click. Just because it's up here and that's where you hold it. There's none of this mucking about down the bottom. That is actually really, it's a natural position to have a locking ring. I do like that. I just don't like the fact that there's 12 positions, because like I said, if you're in the car or driving or anything like that and you go to pick it up for a vape and it's locked, you're like, you have to click to find it. So that's a bit of a pain in the backside, to be honest. The 510 pin confuses me. I don't know, it does say in the manual it's sprung loaded, but I don't see that it's sprung loaded. It's got, I can't adjust it by screwing it up or down. It seems to be a floating affair that is connected to the battery. You know, I can screw the battery in tight and it'll push the pin up. So just watch out with that. I personally would put the battery in, screw it up, and then pop the ATI on after that. You don't want to go screwing the battery up too tight. But if you do go to use it and you find that something isn't firing, it's going to be because the pin's down too far and it needs to come up a bit. I don't know. Things like, and this was the biggest pain in the tits for me, I couldn't get any of my key funds to play ball in it because it just seemed to short out all the time, and I think it's because of that really wide pin in the bottom, the 510 pin. It just seems really wide. There are obviously better mods on the market than this. There's better mechanical mods in the market than this, lots, but they are more expensive. I think, you know, for what you're getting quirkiness wise, I don't think it's that bad. I just think that I'm struggling, guys. I'll be honest with you, I'm struggling. It's not shit, it's not great. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody that's into rebuilding or stuff like that. I just wouldn't. I just think if it's people that just want to stick with things like you know, the silo and stuff like that, then yeah, go for gold. You'll be more than happy with it. I think you'll really enjoy vaping with it. But this kind of stuff, like that's the 454 kryptonite there, I don't know. Wouldn't be my choice. But it vapes well enough. Right, I'm going to stop there. This is a device that has confused the hell out of me. It does my box in. It absolutely does my box in. I would love to It's windy here today. Listen, in a nutshell, if you're after something a bit quirky and fun, blah 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 blah, then yeah, go for it. It's great. Performance wise, it's not bad either. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's not bad. The only thing that bothers me is the pin, the 510 pin. It's supposed to, it says in the manual it's a floating pin. It's not, as far as I can see, but it does, it floats up and down off the battery. If you push the battery, tighten this up, then it will push it up. So me personally, I would slacken that off, have your battery in, have this slackened off, put your ATI on, and then just start doing up your battery and pushing it and see if it's firing. And if it's not, just keep tightening up a little bit, and that'll push the pin up till it makes contact. And I don't think that you should have to be titting about with stuff like that. Also, I don't like the fact that I can't get in at the top to put a kick in it, and it's just 18650. It's an Innokin 134, quirky, a little bit funny, a little bit strange, and it's going to appeal to quite a lot of people. My only issue with it is not a simple mechanical mod, and I think that's what they should have been aiming at. If they're going for a mechanical, then they should have made it, quirky's fine, but made it so that it's simple for people that are just getting into mechanicals. And this mucking about floating pins, and this, all this assembly under here, you know, the spring can collapse if it shorts out, and then you have to go and figure out how to change it and all this kind. Just, I would have liked it a bit simpler. That's it. Thank you to Innokin for sending this on, and as always to you guys, thank you for watching and putting up with me. We'll catch you soon. Cheers now. Bye.